Yeah, so remember in my Q&A video when I talked about you needing experience to be an actor? This is how you get the experience. Hey guys, what's up? I'm Jillian. If you're new, what's up? If you're not new, welcome back. So today we are going to be talking about how to find acting auditions free without an agent. So what actually inspired me to do this video was I actually was asked to speak at my friend's class a few weeks ago. She has like an acting class going on, and there was a Q&A session afterwards. And a lot of people were asking, a lot of people were asking, how do you get the experience? How do you even get started with acting? Where do you find auditions? Because I don't know where to find auditions, especially if I don't have an agent. So that is why we are going to talk about that today. Now, this is a more beginner friendly course. Like, this is a more like, I want to act, but I don't know where to find auditions or where to find the opportunity. So in this video, I am going to be talking about where you can find acting auditions for free. So let's just jump right into the video. Okay, so the first thing you want to do when looking for acting auditions is start in your community. What I mean by that is I did my first play when I was in 4th grade, and it actually came from the school. So we did our first play, auditioned for it, and I wound up getting the lead. So what I mean is you want to look, like, whether you're in high school, whether you're in middle school, whether you're in college, you want to look around to see what type of opportunities are there first. 9 times out of 10, well, maybe I shouldn't say 9 times out of 10, because, you know, they like to cut art programs in schools, which I don't really even understand that. Right, you want to start in your community first. So if you go to a school, you can always ask your principal or ask, you know, a vice principal or ask an administrator, are there any performing arts here? Can we start a play? Like that type of thing. I was fortunate enough to go to a performing arts high school and a performing arts middle school. So those type of things were easier to come by. And maybe that's something you want to look into. Like maybe if you're in middle school, maybe you want to go to a school that focuses more on the arts. I'm sure Detroit isn't the only city that has performing arts high school or have performing arts in them. So you want to start with that. Start with looking in your schools first, seeing what type of opportunities you could get from there. So yeah, start from in your school. So I actually did, when I went to high school, I actually did I got my first professional project when I was in high school, because my mentor at the school, she invited me to this networking event, which actually leads me to my second way to finding auditions. You want to attend networking events or seminars that's pertaining to your area of interest. So in this particular case, my mentor, this was like a seminar slash networking event, because most of the time we were all just kind of sitting down watching people in the industry talk and give their feedback about what they've learned. But we did get to ask questions, and then afterwards they did, you know, let us mingle. And in my case, I was very fortunate because my mentor at the time, she knew a few of the speakers. So she, you know, introduced me and a few of my other classmates to them personally. So how do you find these networking events and seminars, Jillian? Well, I'm going to tell you. Literally use social media. and seriously, guys, you'll be surprised what, you know, pop up if you know, Google film mixer in my area, theater, community theater events, you know, stuff like that. Because actually doing community theater actually brings me back to my first point when I told you guys to use what's in your community first. Like, use what's in your school, use what's in your city first. You know, look up those theater companies that's in your area. Look up those theater companies in your area. Look up those theater groups and film groups in your area. And the same thing applies. So literally they kind of lead into each other. So first I said look through your community. Next I said try to attend networking events and seminars. And you can find those networking events and seminars through social media, which actually leads me to my last and final point. We want to use social media. Literally everything is on the internet these days. Everybody tells you to use social media, and as annoying as that is, it is true. Yes, so you want to use social media. For example, I think Facebook is a really good tool to use when searching for auditions. So for example, on Facebook you will go up to the search bar and you will literally, like, say for instance, like for me, I live in Michigan, I live in Detroit, so I would type in acting opportunities in Detroit or acting opportunities Michigan, and instead of searching for people, I would search for groups, and then from there a ton of acting groups, film groups, theater groups come up in my area. So what I would want to do is I would want to press join on all of those groups. Actually, I can actually give you guys an example of what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm going to go on Facebook on my phone, and I'm going to go up to the search bar, and I'm just going to type in acting opportunity. As you can see, it already popped up for me because I'm joined in all of these groups. Acting opportunities in Michigan. Here's the group. Here's the group. And as you can see, there are a ton of posts. People love posting their casting calls in here. People post their original projects in here. And you can literally do that for any city. So for example, let's erase Michigan. Let's say you live in Atlanta. Let's do Atlanta search. And I'm going to go over to the groups tab. Acting opportunities in Atlanta. So they got one right here. Atlanta film industry. So I would click visit this page, see what they like, see what they're posting, and you can literally do that for any city. So you want to type in acting opportunities in, and you want to put whatever city you live in. And then you could put film opportunities, you could put acting groups, you could put whatever you want in the Facebook search engine. But also you can utilize Instagram and Twitter by following casting directors that you're interested in working with. And when I say follow them, just follow them and watch their posts. Don't, be sending them, don't be sliding in their DMs begging for a job. We do not beg for jobs around here. But follow them, see, because every now and then they might post a casting call or a short film that's happening in your area. You just never know. So utilize social media, and also just be careful of scams. Be careful of scams about what you Google. Google search everything. Just check the background on everything. In fact, I'll actually do a whole separate video about acting scams because it's a lot of them. It's a lot of them. It's a lot of them. They be trying to take your money. We're going to do a video about that. Don't worry, I got y'all. Okay, so that pretty much covers how to find acting auditions free without an agent. And the only reason why I said free is because there's another way you can find acting auditions, but it costs money. And that is in the form of acting websites. But we'll save that for another video too. So let's go over everything that we talked about. First, I said utilize your community, meaning if you are in high school, college, middle school, it doesn't matter. See what type of performance opportunities there are in your school and in your community. You can search local theater groups, all of that stuff. The second thing I said was try to attend acting seminars, film seminars, or film networking events, or film mixers. You can use those. You can search for those by, Google searching or using social media, which leads us into our last point. Use social media. All right. So I also want to point out that this is all very beginner friendly. This is the stuff you want to do before you even gear up to, you know, submit for an agent. Because, you know, honestly, that's the goal eventually, is that we want to submit to agents so we can find higher scale auditions. But it's very important that you get the experience first. Even for me, I am in the stages of searching for agents and searching for managers and getting my portfolio together, because I want to make it very clear on this channel, we are growing together. We are going through this acting journey together. So I'm not ever going to sit here and act like I know all the answers or act like, you know, I know everything. Because the truth is I don't. I'm still learning every day, but I want to learn with you guys, and I want to share things that I learn along the way, because I still don't got an agent. But that's okay, that's okay. I'm getting my material together, and that is going to be my goal for the end of 2020 and the start of 2021, is to find an agent and a manager. So we're gonna do this together. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like what you saw, make sure to hit that subscribe button and hit the bell notification so you can be notified every single time I post a video. Comment down below what other type of videos you want to see me do next. And, you know, one day I'm going to be good at this YouTube outro. One day. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Stay along for the ride. I also want to say, make sure you guys are staying safe. Obviously, everything that I said in this video has to be done in moderation, because we are still living in an interesting time. So remember to take care of yourselves. God bless you, and see you next time.